Tiene la mucho, mujer embarazada. Le encontré unas pastillas. Dice,
probando que tuvo razón. De un solo golpe mi vida, no hay demasiado que hacer. Cuando no
you guys prepare, because in this video I'm gonna be telling you a story time of how, you know, the whole separation of my ex-husband happened, how we first got together, how that whole situation started, how he wore me down until I was with him. I got dependent on him. Still technically married, I'm still not divorced, but I separated and left the country, and I said, fuck you, bitch. I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. I don't want to be here in this fucking house no more. No more. I met this guy, and he was a skater, and I was a skater. I had moved recently to Mexico. Literally, I was there for a few months. I saw him. He saw me, and he started talking to me. He was there with, like, little friends and stuff, and we were just talking, and he wouldn't leave my house. He wouldn't fucking leave my house. This guy and his friends, they will be coming to my house because I was living alone. I had literally no furniture but one fucking mattress on the floor and like an Xbox, a TV, and a little couch. And that's it. I had no table. I had nothing. That fucking house was empty. So we would always skate like on the floors. Just like a paradise. We would come and they would skate from all the way inside the house to the outside. They would just keep skating from, you know, like a get-together house, I guess. But then he's like, he wouldn't leave. He wouldn't fucking leave. And I'm like, boy, why don't you fucking leave? You know, everybody would leave to their houses. Everybody just would go, oh, I need to go eat or something. Yeah, occasionally we would like fucking cook in my house. And it was fun, okay? But like, who would pay for that? Me. I would have to pay like for all of that. So I was like, okay, well, I can't keep feeding everybody. So everybody will, you know, go to their home to eat. But then this guy wouldn't. She wouldn't. And I was like, okay, like, why aren't you leaving? Like that was my fucking worst nightmare, because I just wanted to be alone in my house sometimes. I just wanted to live alone, and that guy wouldn't leave. So I started to be like closer to him. I started to like really be closer, and yeah, he would eat in my house all the fucking time. And then, you know, I would be like, I was like, okay, I'm not cooking today, but, you know, let's see if he leaves. But he wouldn't. He would tell me about his mom. He would tell me that, you know, his mom didn't care for them. And to be honest, that fucking house where he lived, it was full of trash, it was just bad. Bed bugs everywhere, trash, like huge piles of trash. I'm talking about big, huge bags of trash. 4 fucking bags right there in the corner of the fucking kitchen. Everything was fucking full. I went to the fucking bathroom once. No. I didn't even go to the fucking bathroom. I looked to the fucking bathroom because it had no door. It was a little fucking curtain, and I saw through it. There was like a little wind through the fucking curtain. So I looked at it like that, and it was black. The fucking restroom, the toilet was black. And I was like, oh, hell no. Fuck this shit. What the fuck am I doing on this fucking house? Fuck no. So they lived in a very precarious, poor, no house, trash everywhere, bed bugs, roaches everywhere. Like you could see on the fucking, like over here on the fucking things, it was like little tiny marks. And I was like, what is that? Like I asked him, like, what? Because I'm talking about the whole walls. It was like that, like that. And I was like, what? Well, like, what is that? Like paint? Did you guys paint it like this everywhere? No, that shit was blood. That shit was blood from all the fucking mosquitoes, all the fucking cockroaches, and they would go like this. Like for real. Okay, so and during that time, I was depressed. I was really depressed. Don't judge me, you guys. I was depressed as fuck, and the whole situation, like, he was always there. And I know he was always there, now that I think about it, is because he wanted a clean place to sleep, and he wanted food, and he wanted my money or whatever. Like, I was making good money, and I was just living on my own and living my life. And this guy he wouldn't leave. months passed by, he wouldn't leave. We started in a relationship or whatever, and oh fuck, he got me pregnant. I had my IUD. I thought that I was okay. I had my IUD, and that shit, I got pregnant with that fucking shit on. Like, I got pregnant. I mean, what the fuck? Like, you know, I tried not to get pregnant. That's why I got put the fucking IUD in me. But that shit fucked up. So I don't fucking trust those. I only take fucking pills. Because I've been on the fucking pills for like 10 years and never gotten pregnant again after that. So, yeah, I don't fucking trust the IUD. So I got pregnant with that shit. There was nothing that I could do. Fucking guy, like, he wouldn't fucking work. He wouldn't do nothing. He wouldn't even shower. Like, what the fuck? Like, for real, you guys? Like, he wouldn't even shower. He would smell. His feet would fucking... I don't know. I guess all girls go through this situation once in a while. I don't want to say that, like, I was blind. Because I was a little blind, but not that much. Like, I knew. Like, he wouldn't brush his teeth. His fucking teeth would smell. Like, he was like a homeless guy. And he wouldn't care for his fucking hygiene at all. And I was there. I fell in love because I was fucking depressed. You guys, don't judge me. I'm telling you this. Like, trusting you guys, that you guys are not gonna judge me. That was many fucking years ago, okay? Then, you know, he wouldn't, like, he was nasty and all, but, you know, I still fell in love with him, and, you know, he would shower before we tried it or whatever, before we did it or whatever, so I thought I was okay with it, right, because he would shower when he was with me for a little bit, but before that, he wouldn't. Then he started being very clean. He started going to work. After I got pregnant, I came back here to the United States because, you know, him and I were just not, right. I was like, what the fuck am I gonna do with a fucking guy over here, like, over there together? What the fuck am I gonna do? He don't work. And, you know what I mean? So I decided to come over here to the United States, and I stayed here for a year with my mother, but that situation was hell. I just stayed until my baby was born and then left again because I couldn't be here on the same fucking, like, it was just too much. Like, I had to come back, and, we started living together after that. It was just hell when I was living over here with my mom. I was isolated completely. I had another fucking YouTube channel at that time, and I was starting to make a little bit of money from that. Then it got banned because I uploaded many copyright songs. I just didn't know how to, you know, do the whole situation properly. And then my fucking channel got banned because of the copyright songs, and yeah, it was bad. And it was a comedy channel. It was a comedy channel with skits and everything. I guess that's what I Now, this videos, I used to have another channel that I would love to do music videos. And it was videos, you know, like metal. That was like 13 years ago. And yeah, I used to do these videos with my nieces and me, and it was just, I was always in dresses, in big dresses, as if I was in medieval, like, times. And you know, I was always like very just trying to do like suicidal things, so I would throw myself off things pretending that I was killing you know what I mean? It was fun. It was, look, I'm there, I'm throwing myself. Now that I think about it, like, that shit was really funny. Like, now that I think, maybe I can do, look, I have this video still, this fucking YouTube is still here on YouTube. I can't get it off YouTube. I can't. I wish I could, like, know my passwords and everything. But yeah, I don't have the passwords. It's gonna be there forever and ever. Love, right? Yeah, so my channel got banned. I wasn't making, like, I wasn't even making that much money, but, you know, at least I was working and doing something. Well, that situation got fucked up. I went back to Mexico, and I didn't want to live with my family no more. They were so bad to me. Like, I just didn't want to live there anymore. And he's like, hey, we have a kid. Let's get together. Let's get together. So we got together. I just accepted it. Like, okay, fine. But, you know, he was changed by then. Like, he started working. He was dressing really pretty, really nice. He smelled good. He would brush his teeth. Like, he completely changed after we had our baby, and after, you know, he was working and he was giving me all the money for me to manage, and I was just doing everything, like, you know, taking care of my home. I've always been kind of a wifey type person, and, you know, that situation, it was just good. And it was good for a few fucking years. Like, I'm just gonna say, like, everything was just good. I thought I was in a happy marriage, and I thought that this guy was gonna be my forever. I just thought, because when you're with someone someone, you just let yourself go and you love them, right? So whenever we were together, I'm loyal. I'm loyal as fuck. You will never catch me like talking to someone else or flirting with someone else. Like, you will never catch me being unloyal when I am with somebody. I am not that kind of person. So I was always in that fucking relationship, giving it my all, giving it my fucking all. I had my tarot channel, which is this channels that I have right now, but it was tarot before, and I was, making a little bit of money, but I would still be able to pay rent with that, and we would make it all work together, my guy and me, right? We would make it work. I would stay home because I would work from home and take care of my baby all the fucking time. He was a fucking bus driver, so you know the reputation for bus drivers in Mexico, that they are fucking players. All the girls throw themselves at them. Like, that was the reputation for all fucking bus drivers. So, and that situation, we were good the first years. Then he was asking me for papers, and I was like, nah, bitch, nah, I ain't giving you no fucking papers. I didn't want to give him papers because I just knew something in my gut always told me that he just wasn't gonna appreciate them, so I never gave him papers. But we did get married with the intention of giving him papers, but then I just didn't take action on it. You know what I mean? Because I didn't want it. I just felt it in my heart that he was just not ready to be with me for all my life. I knew that he was gonna leave. I just knew it. And a couple years passed since we got married, and yeah, he left. So I'm so fucking glad that I didn't give him no papers, because he just didn't deserve them. So like 2 years or 3 years before he left me and cheated on me and got that fucking bitch pregnant, things were so fucking rocky, and I'm talking about bad. But I was just fucking blind, you guys. I was blind. I was giving it my 100%. I was always helping. I was always making money. I was always giving it all my fucking money. I wouldn't even buy myself some fucking makeup. Like, I wouldn't even buy myself cute wigs, cute clothes. Like, I wouldn't. I was just, yes, I had my things, but sometimes that I would be like, okay, I need a wig or something. I need my fucking, but no, it was him always fucking spending all the money on him and buying expensive perfumes and, like, oh, I want this Nike shoes and all this shit. And I was like, I wouldn't get nothing for me. I was always like, feeling that I wasn't worth it to spend any money on me. So yeah, I was feeling a little bit resentful because he would just, want everything for him. And whenever I would say that I wanted something, he would also be like, well, you need that. And, it would just contribute to my feeling of lack of worthiness to get stuff from me. Even though I was getting, like, I was working and I had my own fucking money, but I never felt that money was mine. I always felt that money was the family money, and I couldn't spend what I wanted to. So things were rocky. I would see him fucking with messages, and I would be like, why are you disrespecting me? Who the fuck is this? Why are you disrespecting me? And he would always, I erased it because I knew that you were gonna get mad, and that shit is just a girl from the bus, and excuses. That's all. That was it. So I started having these dreams of him, like, being with someone else, and I started having these dreams of, in my tarot cards, they would always tell me betrayal, ending relationships. They would always say the same thing, but I would be like, nah. like my fucking intuition was fucking failing me. And not really, I just didn't want to acknowledge it. I didn't want to acknowledge my fucking intuition, but everything was telling me that he was seeing someone else. And I just was like, what the fuck? I just wouldn't believe it. I was fucking blind. I thought that we were going to be fucking together forever. I just thought, you know what? Okay, we're struggling right now because, we need a little bit more money so he can relax a little more. Like, he works a lot of hours too. So maybe, because he would wake up at 4 in the morning all the fucking time and go to sleep like at 12. So he would always, like, be just not sleeping much. And I was right there with him. Like, I wouldn't even sleep either because I've always been a hustler. So I would wake up very fucking early to start my work and to get him up and make his lunch and do all this shit for him that he wouldn't even appreciate. I was like his clock alarm. So he wouldn't put his fucking alarm on his fucking phone because he would not wake up. It was my duty to fucking wake him up like a fucking toddler. It was my fucking duty to wake him up like a bitch. What the fuck? Like, now that I think about it, like, bitch, I ain't never doing that for nobody. Like, what the fuck? So, yeah. I started having these dreams, and I started seeing the tarot cards, and I just knew it in my heart that something was up because, he stopped being intimate with me, and we weren't even doing it too much in the first place, since he was always fucking tired from the fucking job, and even probably once a week, and I thought that was normal. I really thought that, okay, yeah, like, it's normal, like, he's tired and all that stuff. So he got a little bit overweight. In the beginning, he was so fucking skinny, but then he got overweight, because when I started making a lot of fucking money, he's just eat and eat and eat and eat and eat and eat. Like all the things that he didn't eat at his house, he would. Now that we were together and I started making a lot of money, he started like getting a lot of fucking like food. He went overboard because he always in his house they were so fucking poor and they had no fucking money to eat. Never like he was man. Just to tell you that he stole from me. Sometimes he like took my money when we were dating. He took my money from my drawer and took it to his family because they needed food. So this is an example of how that man just fucked me up because in the beginning where we were dating, I was making a lot of money. But then when we got together, my business wasn't giving me much. It wasn't giving me much. I had a computer business with video games and all that stuff, and it was giving me, but then it didn't. After it was less money in my YouTube channel. It was little money too. So, like the prosperity went down. Yeah, he left me a note saying, hey, I took this money because my family is starving. Ugh. Bitch. But yeah, like, I let it slide a lot of fucking things, and because I was depressed. And I was suicidal. My cards were telling me, everything was telling me I had a gut feeling that I was going to end up living alone later. Like, I had a gut feeling that I needed to start packing. I just, but I didn't believe it. And then one day, he was always treating me very bad lately. Like, by the end, he was treating me horrible. And he started, like, pushing me off the bed, like, treating me badly. And he started being, like, physical. He even threw me my fucking phone. Like, he would, like, fucking push me off the fucking bed. And, like, oh, shit, I would, like, fall. I was on the edge of the bed trying to wake him up, right? And he was mad. He would wake up, like, boy, this is your job. Like, what, you don't want me to wake you up? Because if I don't wake you up, then you're going to be even madder. But I wake you up and you're mad, so I don't win. Like, I'm just trying to help you here. I'm trying to fucking wake you up. But he would get mad and be like this and, push me off the fucking bed, throw the fucking phone. I'm like, but it, and then I would leave him because I would wake him up like 2-3 times and he wouldn't wake up. He would just, do all that. And then I would leave him for a little bit and he would like wake up in a hurry. Oh, why didn't you wake me up? I'm like, it's a no win. You don't win with this fucking guy. You don't win. So it was very bad on the last of our relationship. And like I said, he wouldn't even touch me by the last of our relationship. He also stopped communicating with me. He stopped talking to me. Like, I would call him and he would like ignore me. I would talk to him. I was right in his face. I would talk to him, tell him something, and he would ignore me. And then one day I decided to sit him down and tell him like, hey, well, let's communicate. Like, we're not really talking anymore. You're ignoring me. And he made this huge fit, like tantrum. Well, you need to communicate and stop talking to me until the next day. Oh, the irony. He wouldn't even fucking touch me. And I just, I was trying to be incomprehensive. I was thinking like, yeah, like this situation is because he's working too much. He's just tired. But when our situation gets better, when I go viral on YouTube, like when I make more money, it's gonna be better. It's gonna be good. That's what I would think, and that's what I tell myself. So I thought we were good. Like, yeah. He came back very, very serious after he finished his shift, and I was like, okay, ready to forgive him, ready to fucking forgive them, motherfucker. And he came to me, and he just, hey, we need to talk. And I was like, okay, what's going on? And he just, you know what? This isn't working out. I don't feel it anymore. That's what he said. And, I was like, okay. I mean, I was thinking to myself, if he don't want to be with me, I'm not going to beg him. Like, that's his decision. But I just thought, that it was just because he felt a lot of love, not because he was cheating, And the next day, after that, I found him some fucking text messages from a girl calling him love and baby. I freaked out. I was like, what the fuck is this? I went and, I confronted him and he told me that, no, that's not. But it was true that he was cheating on me. Like the very next day that he had broken up with me, I had found out his fucking text from another fucking woman. And, whenever he was telling me that he didn't love me, I was like, are you cheating? And I grabbed his phone and he went like this when I grabbed his phone. And I couldn't open it because I couldn't know his fucking password. He wouldn't tell me his fucking password. I let it slide. But the next day I did so. And now that I think about it, from the last weeks that he was, that we were together, if I grab his phone to look at the fucking time, he would freak out. So, I mean, the signs were there. I was just blind. He started being very mean. He started being very bad. I'm talking about horrible. I'm gonna told me, I don't care, like, shut off your fucking feelings. Forget about me. That's what he was saying. Like, from one day to having your husband thought that you were okay, just in a struggling phase, but you were okay, to the next day to not having anything. to the guy. Like, I wasn't even allowed to touch him. I wasn't even allowed to hug him. I wasn't even allowed to just like talk to him. Like, nothing. He took everything from me in one day. He took everything from me just like that. So in me, I didn't know how to deal with it. I didn't know how to deal with it. Now that I remember, you know how he just wasn't having sex with me by the end? I would try to, like get some lingerie or something, and he wouldn't even, like, he wouldn't care. I would get like date nights, and he would just rather stay with his cousin playing video games. He would invite his cousin all Sunday to be in our home. And I wanted that time for us to be alone and have some time for each other, but he didn't want it to. So like the lingerie that I would get, I would wait for a Sunday to be off, and he would just not have Sundays off because he would be with his cousin just playing. And I would be like, can you tell him to go away, like go to his house? I want to have some time alone with you. And he wouldn't want to. So all the lingerie that I got and stuff, I gave it away. Wanted me to shut off my feelings right away. He wanted me to shut off all my fucking feelings that same day that he broke up with me. And he started going out. This very next day, he started leaving. He started getting drunk. He started coming back with hickeys. He didn't care. And I was just there in our home, when I thought that it was our home. And he was, he started treating me horrible. And I'm talking about, he would yell at me. He would hate me. He would tell me, get the fuck out of my house. Like, he would do all this stuff for me, and I had nowhere to go. I literally had nowhere and nothing to go and no money to leave, because I give it all to our family when I thought that it was our family, and I give it all for my family. So then, there was once a time that he kicked me out. He's like, hey, we have these fucking camp thingies. Go live there. He wanted me to live in the fucking backyard. And that day that he said that he didn't want to be with me, I moved to my baby's room because that house only has 2 rooms. So I moved to my kid's room and I just stayed there. But he would, we would fight all the fucking time. I stayed there for 3 months after he left me because I couldn't find a home to rent. And I was like, you know what? I need to leave. I can't be here because I can't find a home to rent. So I need to go to Houston. I need to go with my mom because I don't want to wait for me another fucking 3 months for me to fucking find a house to rent. Be there for another 3 months to see if I could find another house. So he was just, kicking me out. He was just treating me horribly. I would see him getting home with fucking flowers and roses and all these gifts from the lover, from the fucking bitch. And I would hurt. Like, he would call her in front of me and he would like, I love you. And he would she was a fucking mess. That fucking bitch, she was a mess. She would call him every fucking 2 hours in FaceTime because she was so jealous that I was there, and she was always scared that I was, on him. And I'm like, what the fuck? So she was so fucking insecure that I was there, and she was calling him a lot. So I had to watch everything. I had to watch a lot of everything. I had to see everything. I had to hear every call. I had to see every hickey. I had to everything. Then he started like doing all these things where he would like shave his stomach. The very next day that he left, the very next day that he broke up with me, he was shaving his stomach. And he showed me his stomach. And he's like, hey, does this look good? And I'm like, I don't know. Because he went to see her. He went to fuck her on the bus. They fucked on the bus that he would make me clean every fucking day for his work. He would make me mop it and take the trash out and clean everything and close the fucking curtains and just fix the bus. I found the condoms. I found the napkins. I found all that shit. He went with her and fucked her in the bus. The very next day that he left me. But I'm sure that they did it before. I'm sure I just found out, after he left me, that he was with her. Yeah, he would like talk about her. He would laugh and he would call her. He would tell her that he loved her. So that situation was so fucking hard for me. It was horrible. I struggled a lot. I really I wasn't depressed from that situation. I wasn't depressed anymore. It had been years, since I got pregnant and had my baby, I wasn't depressed no more. But since that situation, those thoughts come into my fucking head again because I couldn't take it. It was too much. It was just too much. And I didn't know how to handle it. And 3 weeks passed by from all that fucking torture. I was trying to be civil. So still cooking for him because all that he was doing was fighting. And I stopped giving my money after that. I stopped giving my money. He was paying the rent and everything. And he was like, well, you still live here. So if you don't want to have problems with me, you need to cook for me every day. Have me dinner every single day until you leave. Because then he will start like a lot of fucking fights, and it was just horrible. So I agreed so we can keep the peace, and I didn't want my kid to be seeing that all the fucking time. But we were fighting regardless, but without dinner it was even worse. So I had to stay to cook him dinner every fucking day. And I was trying to avoid karma. I didn't do nothing to him. I didn't retaliate. I accepted everything. I cried, I accepted it, and I took it like a fucking champ. Sometimes I would fucking like yell at him because he would be like calling her and telling her that she loved in front of my fucking face, and I wouldn't be able to handle it. So I would yell at him and tell him, why you don't have respect for me? Like, at least have some respect and talk to her over there at your job. You don't have to be talking to her right here where we are in this house. If we have to like be stuck together and live in this fucking house together, at least have some respect. But he wouldn't have no respect. 3 weeks after that whole situation, I was helping him paint his room because he convinced me, and I'm a stupid bitch. I was a stupid bitch, but I was helping him like paint the house and paint the room for the new girlfriend. That's stupid. So I was just trying to keep it cool, I was trying to keep it cool. And I went to his room too, because we were painting his room, and I saw misoprostol, which is like for abortion, the medicine for abortions. And I started freaking out. I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, what the fuck is this? And he started telling me that the girlfriend was pregnant. But you know what? Before I saw the fucking medicine, that day he had called me and he had asked me for money, that it was urgent. And I had money, and because I was selling all my things. I told him, no, I don't have any money. I didn't give him nothing. But it turns out it was because of the misoprostol, like the fucking pills. He wanted the pills. But he had the fucking audacity to come to me and ask me for money for the fucking abortion pills for the fucking mistress. Fuck. So I grabbed the fucking pills. I took the fucking pills to the fucking restroom. I hit them. He fucking almost threw the fucking door down. The whole situation was bad. Like, he was throwing everything. He was doing all these things. He almost threw the fucking door. And I just thought about karma, because I was my fucking stupid bitch. And I was like, nah, I'm not throwing this. Like, okay, fine. I don't want him stuck with a fucking kid. So I gave him the fucking pills back. Now I think back, and I should have fucking thrown the fucking pills in the fucking toilet. And oh God, it was so fucking horrible. I called my mom. Like, at this point, I just didn't want to tell nobody. I just, I had nobody but my mom and my brother, and that's it. And I just didn't want to tell nobody. But I couldn't, like, keep it in me. I couldn't keep it no more. I was going through all that situation alone by myself. So I told my mom, and I sent her a fucking audio, and I'm like, this guy, he's cheating on me. He left me. He got her pregnant, and it was just this whole ordeal. She was telling me, come back to Houston. And I just had a lot of trouble, like, because by this point I had lived 10 years in Mexico, and I just didn't want to. One, I didn't want to go back to Houston. Second, I didn't want to go back to live with my mom, because I knew that was going to be hell. I knew that was going to be hell. But at the point I was like, okay, which hell do I prefer? This hell or my mom's hell? So I decided to go back to the United States. But yeah, this guy, 3 months passed by from when the whole situation started to where I finally left. In those 3 months, he did a lot of fucking things to me. He tried to come at me again. Like, he tried to, like, oh, do you want to have sex? Like, he tried doing that after he was with her raw. And I was like, fuck you, bitch. Like, he tried a lot of things. He would... No, it was bad. It was horrible. I'm not even remembering a lot of the things because of trauma, probably. But, he kicked me out. He that's just psychological torture, you guys. It's psychological torture, because he would just, everything that he did with the girl in front of me, everything that he, it was horrible. It was horrible, because he expected me to lose all the love that I had for him in one day. He expected me. He would even tell me, oh, go get a boyfriend, or go get a girlfriend. He wanted me to go get a girlfriend and a boyfriend so I could be off his back. And that girl was fucking crazy. She was stalking my fucking vlogs. She was stalking my fucking Facebook. She was stalking me everywhere. And I don't understand why, like, what? I didn't do shit to you. What the fuck are you? I moved to United States. I had to leave, and it was the hardest thing that I had ever had to do at this point. Like, I have a lot of TikToks. I do. If I can find them, I will post them here so you can see, like, the whole thing, right? He would just leave. He will leave and not come back all night. He would go and stay with her every fucking Saturday. I would dread Saturdays and Sundays, because I knew that he was going to go with her, and he was going to go stay all fucking night with her. And I was just cry all fucking Saturday and Sunday, because I knew that he was with her. There was a point where he took my kid to meet her with her kids, because she had like 3 kids already. So he went and, they got them all together behind my back. And I'm like, bitch, what the fuck are you doing? My kid is not meeting nobody. Like, but he took him. He took my fucking kid to meet them fucking bitch with them fucking little bitches. And what the fuck did I do? I had to take it. I yelled. I told him we fought. But no, he just did what he wanted to do. He threatened to take my kid away. He threatened to fucking throw me out in the fucking street. He threatened to he wanted to throw all my things out. He would go. It was very bad. And what hurts me a lot, what actually still hurts, is the situation where he would, like, come back with hickeys and come back with like all this, like he would call her and tell her that he loved her and all that stuff, all in my face. I saw it all. I felt it all. I heard it all. Everything. I finally left, finally left. I sold everything. I got rid of all my clothes. I got rid of everything. And it was sad because there was a lot of things that I didn't want to get rid of, but I had no space. I had nothing. I had to just come with one fucking little suitcase and one suitcase for my baby, and that's it. I really got rid of everything. And I started over with my mom in my mom's house. After passing, he wanted to come back together with me. I was already started to get him to know the guy that I'm with right now. So I told him no. And he left it off for a while. He just laid off for a while. Started pursuing me back after 2 years that we were separated. Again, he started pursuing me again, and he would send me all this fucking, voice memos, crying, oh, I miss you, I need you back, and I was already on a deep, really deep relationship with the guy that I'm with right now, and I was like, nah, bitch. I would just laugh at his face. But he would send me these audios where he said he missed his family, that the house was all empty and that his life was empty, that he had lost it all, and how his kid and me were gone and far away, and how he was so regretful, and how he would eat nothing but crap because he wouldn't know how to fucking cook, and that his house was empty, and that he would work a lot of fucking extra hours all the fucking time because it would hurt him to come back to the house and see it all empty. I would tell him hey, I went through with my shit, now you need to go through your shit. And I didn't even do nothing to him. I just told him no, because no, who's gonna want to go back to that? Who's gonna want to go back to the guy that disrespected you and treated you like fucking trash? Yeah, that fucking guy, he's still crying though. He's still crying to this day. He still tries to call me and send me messages. I just fucking ignore that shit. I do talk to him a little bit for my kid because, my kid has his cell phone. So he's still fucking trying to get me back, but he won't get me back ever again. Now that he was with her and, I was out of the picture and everything, she cheated on him because she was a whore in the fucking place. So she was going out with a lot of guys and he didn't know. He thought that she was so much better than everybody. He thought that, oh my God, she cheated on him a lot, and then he got another girlfriend and she cheated on him too. Because he kept getting girls from the bus situation. They're all fucking whores. So yeah, they would cheat on him all the fucking time, and he just, from that time, he just said that he didn't want it. The expectations that he has from me when I was his wife to all the girls that he was dating, nobody could top me. Nobody could top me. So he's waiting for someone like me. I'm boy, you're never gonna find someone like me, and you're never gonna forget me, because I've had my other ex that I had before I got married. We were together for 3 years, and he still thinks about me. That situation was 15 years ago, and he still thinks about me. I talked to him when I got separated. I talked to him a little bit, and he said that he was still thinking about me, and that he suffered through all the fucking 10 years that I was married, and that because he would send me messages from time to time, but I would just ignore them. He would send me messages on Facebook, but I would just ignore it. And yeah, people fall in love with me bad. They fall in love with me bad. They fumble me, and then they fucking regret it. Yeah, he's still bitching like a little bitch, and he's still crying, and he wants me back, and all that shit, and I'm done with that shit. 3 months after he left me, I left him to come back to the United States, and I've never gone back. I never looked back. That situation, I had to work a lot on myself. I had to work spiritually, deep spiritually. Since I work spiritual with energies and everything, I did on myself, I did spiritual surgery to take out a lot of the trauma and a lot of the fucking pain that I was feeling. Okay, I did a lot of surgery for 7 straight days. I would do surgery and take out a rope with a lot of fucking knots and just horrible things. I took, like, even blood came out. Like, if you know about spiritual surgery, it's like a real thing, and you feel it, even though it's, you don't see it, but you feel it. So I would feel like, oh my god, I could tell you a story about the whole spiritual surgery in another video if you guys want. It's very interesting. And so yeah, that's how I got the majority of my pain and trauma from not only my ex-husband, but my mom, my dad, stuff like that. I have lived a very rough life. I have a lot of story times, but yeah, that's what happened, you guys. This guy is still calling me, still wants me back. He says he's not getting, because he's still mad at me. Like, he's so fucking mad at me all the fucking time that he calls me. He's mad at me, and he says I ruined his day. But I know that as long as he feels mad, is that he's missing me, because from time to time he just tells me that he misses me. I just ignore him. Come back. I ain't going back, bitch. I ain't going back. What the fuck are you? So I'm trying desperately to get fucking divorced. I really want to get divorced. I don't want to be married to this guy no more. I want to get divorced, but I would need to go to Mexico in order for me to get divorced. So that's why I haven't done it. But yeah, you guys, that's the situation. He ended up having a lot of fucking karma, suffering a lot. He tried taking care of the new girl like he didn't take care of me. He tried being really good to her, and she cheated on him so fucking bad after he went into debt to get her a lot of fucking clothes and shoes for her kids and her. He went into a lot of debt to just, oh yeah, I'm a fucking, what is spoil you bitch? The things that he didn't do with me, he was doing it with her. But yeah, she just took everything and cheated on him, and it was just bad. It was bad. And she was a jealous freak. She would call him at 2 a.m. just to check that he was not with me in bed. Call him FaceTime, and I'm like, and he would say that I was jealous. And let me tell you that I'm not the jealous person. I know myself. I know what I like. I know what I want. And if people don't respect me, I'll leave it. I'm not a jealous person. I know. Yeah, I'm gonna get mad and demand respect, though. I am gonna get mad and demand respect. It's not because I'm jealous, but I do want respect, because I give a lot of fucking respect and loyalty, and I want the same thing from a fucking partner. So when that happened to me, I don't take that shit, not even once. I see you doing that shit. I just see you. I glance at you. I'm out. I'm not gonna suffer through that shit anymore, because I've learned my fucking lessons, and I up my fucking worth. I up my fucking value on myself. I don't give him the time of day no more. This guy that I'm with, he is lovely. He's very, very lovely. He's really the sweetest person ever. And I've never, not once in a relationship, I've seen him follow girls or nothing. So, but I already told him, if I see it once, I'm calling it out. I'm not going to let you, because, it's men, they follow girls. Fuck that. No. So yeah, you guys, this was the story time. Let me know what do you think about this situation in the comments. Put it right there in the comments, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.